Now, a 6-day circuit breaker lockdown has been announced for South Australia. Schools, shops, pubs, factories, and even takeaway restaurants will be closed in the state. It is the first in Australia to issue a blanket ban on outdoor exercise. For more on this story, we can go across to France 24's Richelle Harrisson Plesse, standing by. Richelle, what restrictions are going to kick into effect in South Australia?
Well, the entire state has been ordered into a 6-day strict lockdown starting Thursday, followed by 8 days of reduced restrictions. And this comes after a COVID cluster in the capital, Adelaide, grew to 23 confirmed cases. Under this lockdown, schools, universities, cafes, bars, restaurants, and even takeaway food outlets have been ordered to close, but also weddings, funerals, and outdoor sports have also been banned. Only one person per household per day is allowed to go out, but then again, that's only for essential goods and essential activities. State authorities say that this last-minute lockdown is meant to act as a circuit breaker in order to allow for contact tracers to carry out their painstaking work. More than 4,000 people who are considered close contacts of those confirmed cases are now currently self-quarantining.
Richelle, to us here in Paris, some 24 odd cases of COVID-19 doesn't seem like a lot to warrant such a reaction. So why such a drastic reaction?
Well, South Australia is going hard and going early. Those are the words from the State Premier, Stephen Marshall. Authorities know that they only have a very small window to get on top of the virus, and they want to avoid a Melbourne-style situation where, as you remember, there was a grueling, lengthy lockdown which lasted almost 4 months. We only have to look at what happened in Melbourne and the state of Victoria to remind ourselves of how quickly a handful of cases can get out of control. When the second wave, in the early days of the second wave there, authorities tried targeted lockdowns by singling out specific suburbs. And when that didn't work, the measures were expanded to Greater Melbourne. And then when that failed as well, the entire state of Victoria then found itself under lockdown. So it's a race against time for South Australia to stamp out what could become a second wave in that state, which I think has taken many people by surprise, given just how successful Australia has been in handling the pandemic, and also the fact that many people across the country are now leading sort of COVID normal lives. Now, the country's most populous state of New South Wales has recorded no new local coronavirus cases for the 11th day in a row, and Victoria has now gone 18 straight days without any new COVID cases or deaths.
South Australia adopting the go hard, go early approach of New Zealand clearly there. Thank you very much for that, Richelle. Richelle Harrisson Plesse reporting.